Chalo, sir. So again, very good evening to everyone, and I hope I'm audible as well as visible. I hope you guys can see me, hear me clearly. So we will straight away move into the topic for today. So again, as always, we are doing it in two parts, right? So yesterday, I have given you the proper analysis of the subtopics. So analysis was done, sir. Analysis of which subtopics to do and how what is the weightage of this particular topic for your CGL, the intricacies about the subtopics. We have kind of done all those things. Just to have a look at that, this was the slide for that. So all the 8 most important subtopics we have already discussed. We have already discussed the most important 8 subtopics. So what I'll do, and like today, I will kind of, or I have taken a few questions like from this. Okay. Again, definitely I cannot cover all the subtopics in one class. So again, I'll try to cover as many as possible. But again, keep this in mind. Download these notes. These notes are completely downloadable. So you can download these from our app, or like you just go into the Oliveboard app and you'll see YouTube classes, down notes for YouTube classes. Go from the courses section, you can download this. So you just download this and you can definitely like take a look at this while preparing. Right now, with that being said, let's move into the questions. So we'll start with some basic questions, and all these questions, before I start, all these are PYQs from the last 2-3 years, mostly from last 2-3 years, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. I have tried to keep it between them, these only. So first question is a basic question from compound ratio, sir. Very basic question, hardly takes 10-15 seconds. So I'll give you 20 seconds to solve. Then definitely we'll do the analysis. Then I'll definitely help you. So everyone, please try to solve this. Please try to solve this. Jaldi se, very quickly. Please solve this and give me the answer. Please solve and tell me the answer. Any answers? Any answers? Compound ratio. This is, I guess, 2022 question. 3/4 or 3/4 and 6/7. Sir, whenever you are finding compound ratio, na, sir, you can treat these as a fraction, any ratio. So I can write this as 3/4. I can write this as 6/7. And compound ratio stands as a multiplication. So multiply. This is given as 36/x, meaning 36/x. This is the shortest way of thinking about this. Just calculate, sir. This 3, this will go. So this is 2, sir. So x is going to be, so this is 8, 7, 8 are 56, which is nothing but option number 2. Which is nothing but option number 2. This is a very simple question. Very simple. Perfect, sir. Again, next one, sir. Again, a question. This is from a mains. This is a CGL mains question. CGL tier 2 question, sir. Now, definitely we'll have a discussion around this, but again, I'm giving you a minute's time to first have a think about this. I would ask you guys to have a think about this, and definitely after that, I'll help you. Please try to think. Please try to think, sir. Everyone. Very quickly. Chalo. Chalo. Very quickly, sir. Give me the answer. You see how to think in this situation, sir. Sir, they have given you a ratio. They are asking you a ratio. So ratio means, sir, they have given you something relative. they are asking you something which is also relative. Sir, in these situations, na, assumption you can make on your own. You can assume anything. So, meaning what I'm trying to say or what I'm trying to establish that in this situation, this data, it is irrelevant, sir. I don't need it. Yes, if you want, you can use it. I'm not saying you can't. But again, you don't need to. This will like unnecessarily, if I want to use this unnecessarily, I'll make my like the solution more like a kind of complicated. This is absolutely not required. This is absolutely not required. So what I'll do, I will straight away, na, in these situations, I will say, sir, A plus B is equal to, sir, 7. B plus C is equal to, sir, 6. C plus A is equal to, sir, 5. And, sir, if I add all these three, twice of A plus B plus C, I'll get 6 plus 6 plus 6, that is 18, sir. So I'll get A plus B plus C as 9. You see, this is what I got. And using this equation and these three, I will be very easily, I'll be able to find the values of A, B, and C. So A will be what, sir? Sir, A plus B plus C is 9 and B plus C is 6. So A will be just subtract A is 3, sir. B will be what? Total is 9. C plus A is 5. So it will be 4, sir. C will be what? Total is 9. This is 7. So it will be 2. Once you get this, so they are asking 1 by A, 1 by B, 1 by C, meaning 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 2. So the best way of solving any, this is called an inverse ratio. This is called an inverse ratio, sir. And in my foundation batches, I've told you guys multiple times, the best way to solve any inverse ratio is what? The best way, sir, instead of 3, na, multiply the other 2. 4 into 2, 8. Instead of 4, multiply the other 2. 3 2s are 6. Instead of 2, multiply the other 2, that is 12. Now just cancel by 4, 2. So 4, 3, 6. That's your answer, sir. 4, 3, 6. That is option number 3. And you see, in our solution, nowhere we needed this. Now please understand. Where we would have needed this actually if I want to incorporate this, you see, I cannot. Mathematically, I cannot simply say A plus B is equal to 7. I should write 7k, 6k, 5k. And once I get this, these values will all come as k. So it will be A plus B plus C will be 9k, which is equal to 27. So I'll get k equal to 3. So everything will be multiplied by 3. But again, when I take the ratio, that k will cancel. So ultimately, you see, we are doing what? We are multiplying everything by 3. And then while taking ratio, I'm dividing everything by 3. So ultimately, we are doing two unnecessary things. So that is why I'm saying, let's not multiply, let's not divide. Like we don't even need to do all these things. So I do not need to do any of these things. Absolutely not required. Please understand this we can do. The underlying concept, please understand this. You can use it anywhere, not only for this question. You'll see me like solve many word problems as well using this very concept. In the percentage chapter as well in the last week's class, I have to like kind of discuss this particular concept. So please understand that. That is very, very, very important. Perfect. Let's move on, sir. Let's move on to some proportional based question. One question. This is also a tier 2 question. This is also a tier 2, but again, this similar type gets asked in tier 1 as well very, very often. This similar type you will get in tier 1 as well on a regular basis. Please solve, sir. A minute's time. You have a minute. Please solve this. Please solve this, sir. Please solve this, sir. जल्दी से. चलो sir, चलो sir. Any answers? Any answers whatsoever? Sir, again, there is a shortcut here, but again, I don't really recommend remembering stuff like that without understanding. Please understand, even if you do it in the normal method, traditional method, it will give you always a pseudo quadratic equation. Pseudo quadratic. Pseudo quadratic means what? It will look like a quadratic equation, but ultimately x square will cancel. It will not be a quadratic. Let's see. If x is added to this, these will be in proportion. Meaning if I write 12 plus x, 28 plus x, 21 plus x, 45 plus x, they are in proportion, meaning this by this is equal to this by this. Multiplies are crosswise. So 12, so this will be x square plus 45 plus 12 is 57. So 57x, 45 into 12, that is 450 plus 90, that is 540. It is equal to, over here, if you multiply this cross, this is this, 28 plus 22 is 50, so this is 49x plus 28 into 20, 50, 560, 560, 588, sir. So you see, this is why I was saying it's a pseudo quadratic. X square cancels next line. And you see, we are having 8x. It is equal to 48, sir. And x is 6. So x, once I find x, then everything is very simple. Mean proportional between these two. Mean proportional will be root over of this into this. This is what? X is 6, meaning x plus 3 is 9. And 4x plus 1, that means 4, 6 are 24 plus 1 is 25. So this will be 3 into 5, which is 15, sir. And you see, you got your answer. 15 is option number 1, sir. 15 is option number 1. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. It's not a huge deal that you need to remember definite like very weird shortcut formulas. Absolutely not like that. Absolutely not like that, sir. Now, again, another question, the next one, I will discuss a little bit over here. That's why I've taken this question. Again, a pre-question. Question from tier 1, sir. Question from tier 1, definitely. See this, please. Please solve this. Please try this. Try to solve this, sir. Very quickly. Very, very, very quickly. Very, very quickly solve this. Solve this, sir. Jaldi se. A sum of this is to be divided among them such that twice of A share is 5 times of B share equal to 7 times of these are equal. So A share I'm taking A. So twice of A is 5 of B is equal to 7 of C. This is given. So I can only figure out the values of this or the who will get how much. If I can write from this equation, if I can figure out the value of A ratio B ratio C, sir. Now, what is the fastest or the most the easiest way of figuring A ratio B ratio C from here? I'm giving you a very interesting thing. Always remember, if you have an equation like this, A ratio B ratio C will always be the inverse ratio, sir, of what? Of the coefficients. Now again, if you want to know why this happens, na, just take this is equal to k. So you see A becomes k by 2, B becomes k by 5, C becomes k by 7. So A is k by 2, ratio k by 5, ratio k by 7. K cancels 1 by 2, 1 by 5, 1 by 7. So ultimately, you see, this is nothing but an inverse ratio. So ultimately, rather than like kind of skipping all those steps, we directly write it is inverse ratio. So now, instead of 2, I'll multiply the other 2. I've just discussed this. So 5 sevens are 35. Instead of this, I'll multiply the other 2. 7 twos are 14. Instead of this, I'll multiply the other 2. That is 10, sir. This is the value of A, B, C. They're asking the share of A, sir. Share of A will be what? Share of A will be 35. So that means 35 parts out of 35 plus 10, 45 plus 15 will be 60. But again, 59 I'll take into 1180, sir. 35 out of 59 parts of this, sir, this is 20. That is 700 rupees. Now again, you can do it like this, but again, the smarter way of solving this, again, another way, before you mark the answer. Sir, once you get to this ratio, you can skip this like the last calculation. Why? Sir, you will say my answer will be a multiple of 35. Can I say this? My answer will be a multiple of 35. Check the options. It is not a multiple of 35. 35 means multiple of 5 and 7. 5, you see, all 4 options are multiple of 5s. Last में 0 है. So it will not be very like fun. 7. 500 is not. 750 is not. 650 is not. This is multiple of 13. 700 is definitely multiple of 7. So that's my answer. You can, because please understand, here the calculation is pretty simple. It is direct 59 twos. But not every time. What if the calculation or this number is not this friendly? It's a bigger number. So there, this calculation might take you 30 seconds like only. So please understand, develop this instinct to kind of avoid calculations. There is no method. There is no method which is faster than no method. You are getting my point. There is no such method which is faster than completely not doing the question or not doing the calculation. Calculation without like doing the calculation, if you can get the answer, there is no method which is faster than that. So always that will be the fastest. Next one, sir. Income expenditure question, as I discussed. So please solve this, sir. Please solve this, everyone. Please try this, sir. A minute's time, so please solve this as quickly as possible. Please solve this as quickly as possible, sir. जल्दी से, sir. Answer, sir, answer. Answer, anyone? Chalo, let me help you then. Let me help you guys. You see, the ratio of the monthly incomes, A and B given, expenditure ratio is given. If both of them manage to save this much per month, acha, meaning their savings is same. Acha, chalo, let's understand how to approach these type of questions. Sir, we plus savings. We all know this. Now, if we know this, sir, income is what? Acha, there are two persons, A and B. Acha. Now, income of A is 11 ratio 30. Ratio of their expenditure 9 ratio 11. Acha. Both of them save 4,000 rupees a month. Acha, that means I am just assuming or I am just interpreting. Assuming is not a correct word. Interpreting is it like this. Sir, it means their savings is same. Savings is same, sir. Meaning it should be 1 ratio 1 or 2 ratio 2 or 4 ratio 4. Meaning both should be same for both A and B. And you see, luckily or coincidentally, so that is actually what is happening. Sir, savings will be what? Savings is income minus expenditure. 11 minus 9 gives you 2. And you see, this is already 13 minus 11, 2. And sir, definitely they are equal. Definitely they are equal and this equal. And from there, I can also interpret, sir, this 2 units is nothing but 4,000 rupees are given in the question. And they are asking, find the difference in their incomes. So difference in their incomes is also, sir, 2 units, which is nothing but 4,000 rupees. So that's my answer. This is the proper way. This is called ratio manipulation. Now again, we really didn't do any manipulation because it was already manipulated. But this is the shortest way of solving these questions. Again, sir, what if I don't want to do it like this? हो ही सकता है. So if you don't want to do it like this, so in that case, again, the second method that I'm going to show, that will kind of take care of another type of question as well. You see, when initial ratio and final ratio is given, that is another subtype. Meaning when two ratios are given. Sir, always in these situations, remember, start from one ratio. Sir, you can start from here and use the second ratio to make your equation. Now again, please understand, this can go vice versa. Meaning you can start from this ratio. If you want, you can start from this one and make your equation here. Doesn't matter. Both are same. So let's do it. Let's do this now with that method. So let's say income, both their incomes. So A's income is how much? It was 1113. So I'm taking this as 11x, and B's income I'm taking 13x. Now, ratio of their expenditure 911. So expenditure. Sir, I'll make my equation here. This is where I'll make my equation. Don't take this y again. Now, please understand how. So this ratio is given. This ratio is given as 9 ratio 11. You see, I'll make my equation. Sir, how to get to expenditure from income? Sir, income minus savings of 4,000 gives you expenditure. That gives you expenditure. And for B, income is 13x minus expenditure is 4,000 because minus savings is 4,000 because for both it is 4,000. That will give you your, sir, expenditure. So ratio, this is expenditures. So ratio is given to you as 9/11. This is your equation. Cross multiply and you will get your answer. Now again, this is method 2. This is your method number 2, sir. The equation or a mathematical method. But again, I will still recommend this first method is much better, which we found through ratio manipulation. This is much, much, much better. Okay, so I'll say first definitely will try this. नहीं हुआ तब जाके वो वाला. Okay, चलो. Sir, let's do one question on proportion. This is a CHSL question actually. ठीक है? Based on proportion, sir. Based on proportion, I will definitely ask everyone to give it a try, sir. To give this a try, sir. Please try this. Answers, answers, answers. Need answers, sir? Anyone? You see, it's a very good question. It is a very good question. Sir, the age of a tree depends on number of the rings in the trunk. The value of such tree is proportional to its age. Sir, value of a tree is proportional to its age, and age is proportional to number of rings. This is the relation that is given to us. Now, what is the best way of interpreting this data? What is the best way? Sir, in this situation, I've told you in my foundation batches, sir, always go with what? Always go with ratio. Now, that means value 1 by value 2. I'm taking two cases. It is equal to, sir, age 1 by age 2. It is equal to, sir, ring 1 by ring 2, sir. This is your situation. This is your situation. Now, if a tree with 40 rings and 50 years of age has a value of 50,000, sir, every ones are given. You see, 40 rings meaning R1, this is 40. 50 years of age, A1 given. Value is given as 50,000 rupees. So just put in the values. So ultimately it will become 50,000 divided by V2. It is equal to 50 by A2. It is equal to 40 by R2. Now you see I can figure out anything. Now they are asking, then a tree with 30 rings has an age and value of what? Sir, so let's see 30 rings, meaning R2 is also given to us. R2 is also given. That is 30. Meaning this ratio is now 4 divided by 3. Chalo, let's equate. So if I equate the first two, so age I'll find. So age will be what, sir? So it is going to be 50 into 3 divided by 4. So this is 2, this is 25. 75 by 2, which is 37.5 years. Which is the answer. That means will be either 2 or 1. Now, sir, what about this? This is going to be 50,000 divided by V2. It is equal to, again, sir, 4 by 3. Sir, 4 से करोगे तो 500 meaning, sir, 125,000. So V2 will be 125 3s are 375,000, sir. 37,500, which is option number then 2 is your correct answer. Option number 2 is then definitely your correct answer, sir. You see, that was the proportional question. Very good stuff. This is a question which was asked in CHSL, remember. Very good question, but again, you need to understand how to approach. This is not a very basic. Perfect, sir. So that was it for today then. So I wanted to discuss a few types of questions. All these are PYQs have been asked, and any type can be repeated because the SSC always repeats all like between these types only. So I hope this session was helpful to you guys. So again, you watch these two sessions combined. The first session yesterday and this. Acha. And again, just a thing. Acha, I've mistakenly, I've kind of done this twice. So this is another question. This will be this I'll give as this week's homework. This I'll definitely give you guys as this week's homework. So please download this or take a screenshot so that you guys can have like you can attempt this. Perfect. So with that being said, thank you so much everyone for joining in, and I will again see you guys in the next class next week. So our from 3rd of December, our new foundation batch is also starting. So if you want to like join the batch, so please check out the website or the app for more details. So thank you so much. Take care and bye bye from my end. Thank you.